So if you think about what flood irrigation used to look like, that's kind of the principle that you want to adhere to when it comes to establishing a healthy lawn. Because when you water deeply and the water gets down to the roots, it encourages roots to grow longer, and it gives your lawn some more storage sites for water, especially when it's hot. A baseline is once a week, and then you're going to adjust that. So if it's really hot, you may have to do it twice a week, possibly 3 times a week, probably only twice a week. And then in the spring, when it's really damp and cool, you may need to only do it once every other week. When I run each station on my automatic sprinkler system, I run for 10 minutes at a time. Now, I may run the stations 3 times in a super dry area on my watering day, but I have it at 10 minutes because I have clay soil, and if I water 30 minutes at a time, it would probably just run off. I've got to let it soak in. Dig down into my lawn and I look at what it looks like. I call it checking under the hood. So I'm going to check under the hood, and so this shows me that I've got a nice damp soil profile. My roots look great. It's wet under there. So even if it's hot today, I won't be tempted to water this area of the lawn. All right, the length of a lawn is another thing to consider. There are some personal preferences here, but I gotta let you know that for most types of grasses, this is a Kentucky bluegrass blend, I have it set on the highest length on the mower. So my lawn's kind of a lot longer than a lot of people may have. But that helps retain moisture. It encourages longer root growth, which makes the lawn more resilient. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to sharpen my mower blades every couple of weeks. And that's another thing that's related to lawn health, is you want to make sure, no matter what your level is, that your blades are always nice and sharp. A tip for lawn care that I share often that people don't believe is that you want to leave your lawn clippings mulched on your lawn every single week. Don't pick them up. They're going to be reabsorbed very quickly by your lawn. It provides food and it provides water. This lawn was just mulched 3 days ago and you don't see any clippings. All right, you're growing the same crop over and over again, so you have to fertilize your lawn. I think everyone knows that. Sometimes it's difficult to know when, but there is kind of an easy trick. You start on tax day, April 15th, and then you're going to fertilize about every 6 weeks. In fact, if you look at the calendar, holidays pretty much line up with every 6 weeks, whether it's Memorial Day or the 4th of July or Labor Day. You to know that when you have a patch that turns brown like this, a lot of times it's not dead, it's dormant, because this grass normally would go dormant in hot weather. It's a cool season grass, but we keep it alive by watering it and giving it fertilizer. So it's got heat from a sidewalk or a cement, and it's reflecting and it's hot, so it's really hard for me to keep this alive. I do some supplemental watering to try to keep it alive, and I'm still not winning. But I recently made a decision, because I had similar problems over here, to take out a section of lawn. But when I really dug down and investigated, remember I said to check under the hood for moisture? Well, when I checked under the hood over here, I discovered that my problem wasn't just the location, it was because the grass was trying to grow on top of rocks that were this big. It can't have a root system when there are rocks this big underneath of it. We make lawn angels.